Am I in focus?
Benjamin, yes.
So that's better as well. Just different angles, you know. Hello, go.
Me? Ready? Oh, okay. Alright. Ready?
No. Okay, let's go. Am I in focus? Does it look like I'm in focus?
Yes. Then you are. Read it. Stop playing with it. Hello, welcome to Always Sides Podcast, where I, your host, Malia, and co-host Benjamin, will be fiddling with the camera the entire time.
Is that in focus?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We just look really weird.
Okay.
Like elongated. Ready?
Ready when you are, baby cakes.
Thought it was like whatever. Okay. 1 minute. You're going first, not me. Okay. Hello. Ready?
Sorry. I get paranoid. I feel like I'm missing some cards. Ready?
Hello. Welcome to Always Sides Podcast, where I, your host Malia, and co-host Benjamin.
Thank you for doing that.
Doing what? Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's my favorite thing to do.
I know.
I
Carry on.
want to stand.
Carry on.
What if I hold it from here? Can you hear it? I hold it from like here.
Carry on from here.
Can you hear it from here? Can you?
No, you got a point.
But the camera looked fucking stupid.
Ignore it, ignore it.
Hello.
Let's go.
Ready?
Ready when you are.
Hello. Welcome to Always Sides Podcast, where I, your host Malia, and
I
co-host.
can't hear you. I can hear you now. What are you doing?
What were you doing?
Go again.
Hello. Welcome to Always Sides Podcast, where I, your host Malia, and co-host
Benjamin.
will be reading and discussing Reddit stories. Our first story is...
Am I the asshole for suing my friend's mom? My friend's mom asked me to be her social media manager. She could not afford my regular rate, but we agreed on an amount that's about a quarter of what I typically charge. I got all the credentials and went right to it. I increased her following, online visibility, and her overall SM presence, social media presence. The first month I had to remind her to pay my invoice. She eventually did. The second month, she cited issues with her online banking and asked my friend to pay. That never happened. We eventually agreed that I'll be paid at the end of the third month. The agreed time rolled around and I got nothing but excuses. I was promised cash but never got it. These are usually very nice people, so I didn't think much about it. I got caught up in work and school and moving apartments. The next thing I knew, it has been over 6 months and I haven't been paid for any of the services I have been rendering. I reached out to her and she promised to pay me, and she said she was having some financial difficulties. The agreed date rolled around yet again. She didn't pay me, nor did she reach out. I called her and got no answers. I sent a message. She replied 2 weeks later saying something came up. She promised to pay again, and the date came and no word. She doesn't answer my calls, and she leaves me on red. We had paused working on her stuff back in June of this year, but I'm still supposed to get paid. I have asked my friend twice to ask her to pay me. Now, my question is, would I be the asshole for suing my friend's mom? What do you think?
No.
No? I don't think so.
All friends aside, that's stealing money, legal business.
Yeah, I mean, despite, she's not getting paid for the work that she's done. Yeah, there's a high chance you may lose friendship over that, but at the same time, 6 months of not being paid. Do you know what I mean? Like 6 months of not being paid, and just because I feel like she might be not scared, but she might be put off the fact that because she's a friend's mom, that she won't sue her, but 6 months worth of pay, like, ooh, that's rough.
Yeah, no, that's a little much. It does seem like she has another job though, like on top of what she's doing already. So, doing 2 jobs and not getting paid for one is, that's not livable. It's too much stress.
I'm also taking advantage of their work or their expertise. You can't even pay them the full salary. Fair enough if they're a new business starting out, but they agreed to pay a quarter of it, and they can't even pay a quarter of it from compared to what they have agreed. Doesn't really make sense, really.
Not even do it in the first place, then.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Anyway, that was a nice and short one.
Yeah.
Our next story
is, am I the asshole for telling my wife that she can stay home this Thanksgiving? My wife is not an A grade. My wife is a grade A plus picky eater. It's bothersome to a certain degree, but on holidays, basically the shit show begins. She'd refuse to eat certain meals, and my mom would take it personally, which results in a series of arguments between them. As a compromise this year, my wife offered to bring her own food to Thanksgiving dinner. I was stunned. I asked if she thought this through, and she looked at me confused. I told her about how weird it'd be for her to bring her own food, especially when I told her about how weird it would be for her to bring her own food, especially when she wouldn't be sharing it with anyone else, and told her to think about how my mom will react. She'd get very offended and upset. My wife said that it's not her problem and that she was just trying to make it work It's not her problem and that she would just like to make it work. My wife said that it's not her problem and that she... What?
You didn't send me the story.
It's the Thanksgiving one. It's in the notes. 7. Or 8. My wife said that it's not her problem and that she was just trying to make it work by bringing her own meal. I told her again that my mom might not like nor even allow this. She blew up at asking me if I want her to either eat food she doesn't like or go hungry. I suggested that she just give my mom's food a chance, but she said that it wasn't about my mom's cooking. She just doesn't like certain foods. We had an argument and I ended up telling her she could just stay home this Thanksgiving and have whatever meal she likes. She got quiet, then lashed out at me, calling me insensitive and negative to say this to her. She got quiet and lashed out at me, calling me insensitive and negative to say this to her. I repeatedly asked her to calm down, but she just couldn't stop ranting about how I was basically willing to exclude her from a major event. She started cold shouldering me about it while at the same time guilting She started cold shouldering me about it while at the same time guilting me to say I'm treating her poorly after she offered the perfect compromise. Update. And so, my wife has decided to go spend Thanksgiving with her family, who, by the way, live hours away, so this means unnecessary travel expenses. Instead, and basically ditched me for the whole week. Y'all happy now? Though I appreciate some insightful comments on the situation, some others, not so much, especially with those assumptions claiming that my wife has allergies. She does not. Y'all get that from. But anyway, she all good now. I guess though I'm not too thrilled with her decision, I feel like she's doing it to spite me or get me to cave in. This was quite a read. I'm gonna be completely honest. It was quite a read. Oh, sorry. Move. That was a really I don't know, this guy. Maybe
a different one?
No, it's fine. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but it was hard to read the way he was typing it out. Alright, that was a handful to read, but
What I don't get is...
Am I the asshole?
What I don't get is why can't the mother accommodate for certain food?
Well, I mean, I don't know how intense her not allergies, but her dislikes are.
She's just picky, isn't she? It's not coming down to, certain foods in terms of, oh, I don't like your cooking. I don't like your cooking. It's more so the fact that
you just don't like that food?
She just doesn't like certain food.
So it's it's very simple. If I didn't like food, you just be like, okay, well, what do you like? And you just cook that on the side. That's pretty easy. And then it seems like they've never accommodated her, and that's why she's trying to bring her own food. It does seem like she's being petty and just going to go for the hell of it to spite him. So that's fun.
Some of these stories, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
What does the comment say?
Most of the comments are saying that their family has made compromises for food that they don't like. It's just something that the family does.
Yeah.
And I think the husband should be telling the mother to make something that the woman likes. It isn't that hard to make a little something on the extra.
Especially if you're hosting, surely, if you're hosting a Thanksgiving dinner,
mm-hmm.
surely it's better to be right, what food do you like? What food do you like? What food do you like? Yeah, maybe a hassle, but it shows you're a good host. If I'm just gonna cook, let's just say I'm gonna be I'm gonna cook chicken only, but half the guests are vegan or vegetarians or whatnot. They'll, they're not gonna feel welcomed at all. And then they'll bring their own food, then the host will end up getting offended because they've brought their own food, being well, is my food not good enough? Well, I think the host needs to accommodate for their guests. If you're going to host a Thanksgiving, you need to accommodate all the guests that are coming. But
no, I agree.
I don't think everyone would do that, of course, but... Yeah.
No, I agree. I think that they should accommodate. Some of these are just talking about all their families and how they're being I don't like fish, so they make me a chicken. Everybody laughs about it. It's a good time. That's it's not hard to make at least one thing that the woman likes. I'm kind of taken aback how the husband isn't telling the mother, hey.
Yeah, if anything, he wasn't supporting his wife. He was just right, you can stay at home. You can have whatever meal you want then.
Yeah, he was more worried about... He sounds like a mommy's boy, more worried about his mom's feeling than his wife's, which, once you get married, your wife's feeling should be your first priority.
So, with that going forward, then, I would say that
he's probably
the husband is the asshole.
Yeah.
He wasn't supporting his wife. He was simply just well, if you don't like it, you can stay at home. It's not the go-to attitude to have, really.
You've had that attitude before.
But anyway, that's it for this episode today. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Follow our social media at Always Sides on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And there are also other formats available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
I'm tired.
What's up?
No, keep going.
Your neck?
Yeah.
You want a neck massage?
No, I want to keep going. I want to finish.
That's done. So you're getting my friend mad because that one. You're on number 9 on notes. What am I on now? Your friends. Oh, I've done that one. Just need some water.
What'd you take a picture of?
I'm like really paranoid. Sorry. Can you just check if I'm on focus?
You are focused, Ben. The more you move your arms, though, the more it gets fucked up. Just take a picture of him.
I don't know, I just didn't see it. I'm still recording, shit.